Hi, I'm Lisa Lacroix, and if you're new here, I am your communication muse and coach, and this channel is where we talk about powerful speaking skills and powerful connection skills. If you are here for the communication and speaking skills content and you want to get back to that side of the channel, there's a playlist link here. Today, though, we are talking about the intimacy side of the channel, and this is part of my Intimate Connection series. I want to follow up on a recent video I did called What Men Want But Rarely Say Out Loud. And the video was based on some beautiful conversations I had with a few of the incredible men in my life who are thoughtful and honest and conscious men I respect. Well, there was one point on what men want shared by a friend that didn't make it into the video, but it's stuck with me. I've been thinking about it since then, and I want to talk about it now. One of the men said, women need to understand that sex is as important to us as emotions and romance are to them, and sometimes they should just do it. So I sat with that one because something about it didn't feel right or accurate to me. It's like it brought up a sense of some old story about sexuality. So I want to unpack it a little bit with you here. Tell me what you think as we go along. This is a little bit of an edgy one because it goes outside the box of what is standardly said. The story in our culture is that men want sex more than women, that men are more sexual than women, and that women are more emotional. Men are visual, women are emotional. Men are always horny, and women just want to cuddle. You've heard these stories, right? Well, I don't buy it. I just, I don't buy it. I believe it is not that women want sex less. In fact, I believe women are more sexual than men. The feminine always wants more. The masculine wants to finish and be done. So if women always want more, then why is there this disparity between our perception of sexual desire? Why is there this desire myth? It's my belief that it's not that women want sex less. It's that culturally we are so far focused on a patriarchal version of what sex is that we've gotten lost on the path. We've been given a version of sex shaped around male arousal and climax, the natural physiological male desire to get excited and to complete. That is not the orientation of women who are more erotic, more sensual, more holistic in their sexuality, and in my opinion, more voracious. But because we don't have a story around sexuality that is about that kind of connection and depth and pleasure and the life force power of sexual energy, we have confused the desire for male oriented get excited and finish sex with the actual possibilities that sex offers. And so if we think about the fact that and our whole culture's idea of sex is this goal driven, completion, male centered idea, which, by the way, porn reinforces over and over and over again. Even romantic movies reinforce this idea that the climax, the finish, is the goal, is the be all and end all. So much so that women have been convinced of it too. And there's all this talk about the orgasm gap and how a good lover is going to be focused on her orgasm. But the real truth is that because we have been misled about what the real power of deep, pleasure filled, life force giving sex that is the true nature of feminine sexuality, that when good becomes voracious, we have this story that men want sex and women don't. The truth is, if you're a man who thinks that women are not sexual or who experiences that your woman doesn't want sex very often with you. I hate to break it to you, but it's probably not that she doesn't like sex. It's probably that she doesn't like the kind of sex that our culture has taught you to offer her. I'm so sorry to break it to you. And I know that's going to land with difficulty for a lot of men. But the truth is that the kind of sex that our culture teaches you to give leaves women not fully met sexually. And so, either consciously or unconsciously, she gives up and she becomes tired of sex that feels disconnected and one directional, performative, or focused on completion. It's not that you need to shift the focus on completion and climax from you to her. It's that you need to shift the whole story altogether. Because when men can become attuned to a woman's body, when they can feed into the energetic of what the whole picture of sexuality is, and even to help women remember this part of themselves that they've forgotten after decades and maybe hundreds of years of male focused sexuality, when women aren't given permission to deepen into that truth, then we end up in this loop where he feels rejected, she feels unseen, he thinks she's not sexual, she just wants something she can't even name, and nobody is getting what they want. So here's the saddest part: most women have forgotten how sexual they really are. Not because it's not there inside them, ready to be more deeply awakened, but because they've had to override it and suppress it and tolerate crappy sex. So when a man says, I want more sex, and a woman says, I want more romance, what we're really saying is, I want to be more connected. I want this to work better. I want us to both want more of each other. So what's needed is more presence, more attunement, more time, more breath. All the answers to this missing, I can't get into in this video, but it's something I think needs to be talked about more. It's the reason that there are certain channels like Alexi Welch's and some other creators that I always am pointing towards. And the reason why I want to do more content and have more conversations about what deeply attuned sexual connection is that allows us to serve love and to deepen into our relationships and to have connection and eroticism over time in relationship. Finally, I'm going to just say it again, that to all the men who say women don't like sex, you may want to get curious about some things and an approach that you might not have explored yet, because sex is this rich playground of exploration in so many ways that you have never even been taught to think about yet. And you can lead the way in exploring and learning and discovering in ways that are going to wake your woman up sexually, and you will never again think that women are not sexual. Because the men who've mastered these kinds of skills around awakened sexual connection don't have any problems finding women who are interested in sex, and that can be you too. So let's explore this kind of stuff together. I know it's edgy, and I know I probably pushed a lot of buttons by saying this, but I'm only saying it because I want more connection and a lot more great sex for all of us. This has been part of my Intimate Connection series. And if you want to watch another video, YouTube thinks you might like this one. The overall series link can be found here. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And let's keep having these conversations so we can have more intimate connection. I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for being here.